Hailey Bieber keeps copying Selena Gomez. Selena came out with a cooking show.
This is my real home. Everything that we're doing is at home. This is my amazing kitchen, which is the set.
Hailey then came out with her own cooking show too.
Yes, we actually are in my real kitchen, in my real house. This is not a set.
They both have the same front selfie camera intro and invited their nanas.
Nana and I thought,
This is my Nana Ruth.
Selena's TV show isn't the only thing Hailey likes about her. The pictures could go on forever. And if you think that's bad, just look at what Hailey posted on Instagram, hugging this little girl extra tight. Just guess what was posted a few days before. So, do you agree that?
Welcome back to Clout Therapy, where we break down the wildest celebrity drama shaking up the internet. Today, we're diving into one of the messiest feuds that just won't die: Selena Gomez versus Hailey Bieber. And this isn't just your typical ex-girlfriend versus wife tension. Oh no, we're talking shady likes, eyebrow wars, sneaky TikToks, and even tattoo copycatting that has fans screaming obsession. Yes, this is real. From suspicious fan theories to the receipts piling up online, this story has layers: jealousy, insecurity, and a rivalry that keeps finding new ways to resurface. So let's unpack it all. What Hailey's been doing, how Selena's responding, and why this drama might never actually end. If you love a little Hollywood chaos with your tea, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is Clout Therapy. Let's start with the love triangle that just won't end. For almost 10 years, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were the couple that defined an entire generation. Their relationship was messy, passionate, and constantly in the spotlight. They'd break up, then get back together, then break up again. And every time, it made headlines around the world. Fans even had a name for them: Yelena. And for millions of people, Yelena wasn't just a ship. It was a whole cultural moment. Every song Justin released, every emotional Instagram post from Selena, people swore it was about each other. They weren't just dating. They were writing a love story in real time, and the world was watching. But then came the twist. In 2018, Justin married Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber, and suddenly, everything changed. One minute, he was still being linked to Selena. The next, he was walking down the aisle with someone else. And while Hailey and Justin have been married for years now, the ghost of Yelena has never really gone away. Fans never let it die. Every time Selena sings about heartbreak, people say, "That's about Justin." Every time Justin looks upset or cries during a concert, fans are convinced he's thinking about Selena. It's like no matter what Hailey does, she's living in the shadow of her husband's very public past. And it doesn't help that Hollywood insiders keep fueling the fire. The whispers have always been there, that Justin never fully moved on from Selena, that Hailey knows she'll never really replace her. Whether those rumors are true or not almost doesn't matter, because once fans believe it, the narrative sticks. And for Hailey, that creates the ultimate insecurity. You're married to one of the most famous men in the world, but your marriage is constantly being compared to the love story that came before it. Every picture, every post, every move you make gets dissected and matched up against Selena. It's a love triangle that's technically over, but emotionally, it feels like it never ended. Now here's where things get really messy: the rumors of obsession. For a long time, fans have believed that Hailey isn't just casually scrolling through Selena's page like any normal person might. No, the whispers say she's got multiple phones, different accounts, even fake profiles just to keep eyes on Selena at all times. Think about that for a second. Not just checking once in a while, but logging in and out of burner accounts, lurking in comment sections, and monitoring everything tied to Selena's name. Tagged pictures, fan edits, TikToks, Instagram lives. If Selena breathes online, fans swear Hailey knows about it. And it's not just the lurking that's raising eyebrows. People point to the shady likes on Twitter, the sudden posts that feel like subtle digs, and the uncanny timing of her content, like she's always responding to something Selena just did. Add in the copycat accusations, the nails, the clothes, even the matching tattoos, and fans say it paints a much bigger picture. Because at that point, it doesn't look like random coincidence anymore. It looks like a pattern that feels less like curiosity and more like surveillance. And fans online don't hold back with their theories. You'll see comments like, "It's not jealousy anymore, it's fixation." Others go even further, calling it creepy, saying it feels like Hailey is living in Selena's shadow on purpose. And once that narrative took off, it stuck. No matter what Hailey posts now, people analyze it frame by frame, asking, is this about Selena? The truth is, maybe we'll never know what's really going on behind the scenes. Maybe it's pure coincidence. Maybe it's just fan projection. Or maybe there's something deeper here. But one thing's for sure, the internet has turned this into a full-blown storyline. Hailey versus Selena isn't just a feud anymore. It's become an obsession in the eyes of the fans. And by 2025, those quiet whispers weren't so quiet anymore. They exploded into something undeniable. Then came the 2025 TikTok scandal. And this one lit the internet on fire. Fans noticed Hailey's account was following a shady TikTok page that did nothing but post digs at Selena. We're talking petty edits, mocking captions, and shady comparisons that painted Selena in the worst light. The second people caught it, screenshots went viral, and almost instantly, the account was gone, deleted, just like that, which only made fans more suspicious. Did Hailey know exactly what she was following? Or did she panic the moment she realized she'd been caught? Because either way, it wasn't a good look. And for longtime followers of this drama, it wasn't shocking at all. Over the years, there's been a trail of shady burner accounts, suspicious likes, and mysterious fan pages that somehow always linked back to Hailey. So when this TikTok slip happened, fans didn't see it as a one-time accident. They saw it as part of a pattern, one that keeps fueling the theory that Hailey isn't just watching Selena, she's obsessed. History has a funny way of repeating itself, especially in this feud. Let's rewind to Eyebrow Gate. Selena posted a casual video about over-laminating her brows. Harmless, right? But just hours later, Kylie Jenner threw up an Instagram story zooming in on her own brows with the caption, "This was an accident?" And then Hailey posted a FaceTime screenshot with Kylie, showing nothing but their brows. Fans didn't see that as a coincidence. They saw it as shade, and it blew up instantly. That same week, Hailey was also caught in another messy moment, posting a TikTok with Kendall Jenner mouthing the words, "I'm not saying she deserved it, but God's timing is always right." The timing was brutal. Selena was already under fire online, and this clip looked like a direct shot. Fans went wild dragging Hailey across social media. The backlash was so loud, Hailey started losing followers by the hundreds of thousands, while Selena gained millions in just days. It turned into a full-blown war between rare beauty stans and Kylie Cosmetics fans. Comment sections were flooded with people choosing sides, and spoiler alert, most were standing with Selena. But here's where Selena did something that shifted the tone. She actually stepped in, told her fans to stop bullying, and reminded everyone that kindness matters. It was a classic Selena move, calm, empathetic, and completely opposite of the energy she was getting from the other side. And for a moment, it seemed like things were patched up. Kylie and Selena posted a peace statement. Hailey and Selena followed each other on Instagram again. There was even a staged photo to show the world they were fine. But let's be real, it was surface level at best. The smiles, the follows, the so-called truce, none of it erased the pattern. Because if history has taught us anything about Selena and Hailey, it's this. No matter how many times they try to make peace, the drama always finds a way back. One of the biggest reasons this feud never dies is because of the constant accusations of copying. And honestly, when you look at the side-by-sides, it's hard not to see the similarities. Let's start with the cooking shows. Selena dropped Selena Plus Chef at the height of the pandemic. It was quirky, cozy, and filmed in her actual home kitchen. Fans loved it because it felt authentic, just Selena laughing, messing up recipes, and being herself. Fast forward, and suddenly, Hailey launches What's in My Kitchen, and what do we see? Same cozy kitchen vibe, same casual setup, even the intro felt almost identical. Fans immediately started flooding comment sections with copycat accusations. It wasn't just that both shows involved food, it was that the presentation felt nearly the same. Like Hailey wanted to capture the exact same real girl in the kitchen energy that Selena had already perfected. But it doesn't stop at cooking shows. Let's talk tattoos. Selena's got a tiny G tattoo behind her ear, dedicated to her little sister Gracie. Super personal, super meaningful. Not long after, Hailey pops up with the same G tattoo in the same exact placement. The internet went wild. Was it for her own personal reason? Maybe. But the matching design and location made it feel like another moment of blurred lines. Fans couldn't help but see it as Selena's intimate gesture being mimicked. And then there are the words. Selena once gave an emotional interview where she said all she wanted was for people to know my heart. It was raw and vulnerable. Classic Selena. And months later, Hailey sits down for her own interview and repeats the exact phrase, word for word. Not just the idea, not just the sentiment, the exact words. Fans immediately clipped the two interviews together, and it went viral as another example of Hailey echoing Selena. Even in business, the overlap is unavoidable. Selena's rare beauty exploded as a brand built on authenticity, kindness, and mental health awareness. Hailey's road came later, with minimalist packaging and a skincare-first focus. But fans point out how often Hailey's branding seems to echo Selena's messaging, promoting confidence, inner beauty, and self-love in ways that feel eerily familiar. Maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's admiration, or maybe, as some fans believe, it's calculated mirroring, a way for Hailey to blur the line between her and Selena, to always stay in the same conversation. And whether you see it as flattery or obsession, one thing is clear, the pattern keeps repeating. Of course, we can't talk about this without mentioning Justin, because at the end of the day, he's the center of this entire storm, and his behavior only adds fuel to the fire. Justin has a habit of posting cryptic content, moody selfies with sad expressions, vague captions, even lyrics from old songs that fans swear are tied to Selena. Every time he does it, the internet lights up with speculation. Is he still hung up on her? Is he sending a message? And almost like clockwork, Hailey responds. She'll post her own cryptic quotes or song lyrics, sometimes within hours of Justin's posts. Fans see it as her way of countering whatever narrative Justin just stirred up. It's like a silent tug of war playing out through Instagram stories. And while they put on smiles in public, insiders whisper that behind closed doors, the tension is very real. Some even describe the marriage as performative, polished photos for the press, but cracks showing when the cameras are gone. And this is where the biggest fan theory comes in. Maybe Hailey's obsession with Selena isn't about Selena at all. Maybe it's about Justin. If Justin has never fully closed the chapter on Selena, then Hailey's constant copying, the shady posts, the burner account scandals, it could all be her way of trying to compete for his attention, trying to embody what Selena once meant to him. But here's the danger. When your marriage becomes a competition with someone who isn't even in the relationship anymore, that's a crack you can't patch up with Instagram peace photos. It's insecurity, obsession, and performance all rolled into one. And if that's the case, the cracks in this marriage might be a lot bigger than anyone realizes. Here's where the tables completely turned. Selena finally moved on, and Hailey just can't seem to. With Benny Blanco, Selena looks like she's in the healthiest, happiest relationship of her life. She's glowing, smiling, laughing in paparazzi shots that feel natural, not staged. fans can literally see the difference. She's more relaxed, more confident, more at peace. And every new clip of Selena and Benny holding hands at dinner, sneaking kisses at an event, or just goofing around together sends the internet into a frenzy. But it also does something else. It flips the narrative. For the first time in years, Selena isn't the one in the headlines for drama. She's the one thriving. Meanwhile, the attention shifts back to Justin and Hailey, who are constantly looking stressed and uncomfortable in public. Fans can't help but compare the photos. Selena living in the moment, while Justin looks withdrawn and Hailey looks anxious. And that contrast is brutal. Because every time Selena and Benny step out looking happy, it becomes another trigger for Hailey. Another reminder that Selena is free, while she's still spiraling in the shadow of comparison. And that's why this feud refuses to die. Even when Selena and Hailey try to put on a united front, following each other again, posing for a so-called peace photo, the internet never buys it. Because just as quickly as the piece starts, shady accounts show up again. Selena's moves get dissected, mirrored, and thrown into the spotlight by Hailey's circle. It's like no matter what Selena does, post a selfie, drop a song, wear a certain style, somehow it circles back to Hailey within hours. And fans have stopped calling it coincidence. They say this isn't hate, it's obsession. An obsession fueled by years of Jelena nostalgia, endless comparisons, and the idea that Justin's feelings for Selena never fully disappeared. That leaves Hailey in a constant cycle of proving, performing, and competing. Not just with Selena, but with the memory of Selena. And for Selena, the cost is heavy. Imagine trying to move on with your life while someone is tracking your every move, comparing themselves to you, and pulling you back into drama you didn't ask for. That's why fans say they feel protective of her, because she's carrying the weight of two people's insecurities and doing it under the microscope of millions. So here we are. At this point, the Selena versus Hailey feud isn't just about petty shade anymore. It's not even about old breakups or fan wars. It's about obsession. From copycat tattoos to shady TikToks, from eyebrow drama to burner accounts, the signs just keep piling up. Selena has clearly moved on. She's happy, she's glowing, she's in love. But Hailey? She's still stuck, circling the same rivalry, making the same missteps, keeping this feud alive when it should have been buried years ago. The question is Hailey truly obsessed, or are all these coincidences just too easy for fans to spin into drama? I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And if you live for these deep dives into Hollywood chaos, make sure you subscribe to Clout Therapy and hit that bell. Because if history has taught us anything about Selena and Hailey, it's that this story is far from over.